Hi, my name is Sam Johnson and I am a voice teacher. I'm going to be reacting to and analyzing MAMAMOO doing Passion Flower. The tone that she's using, you'll only be able to sing for a few seconds at a time, which is why she's breathing every few seconds. She has to in order to get that tone. For you to get this sort of breathy, like overwhelmingly breathy sound, you're just gonna have to be letting a lot of air out. Your vocal cords are vibrating still, but it's mostly air. So if you were to bring your vocal cords together more during a cycle of vibration, then it would sound less breathy and you would lose less air. So sometimes if you're having a really hard time holding out phrases, check if you're being really breathy, because there's a point where it doesn't matter how much good breathing technique you have. If you're just getting this breathy of a sound, you're gonna lose your breath. And then it comes back to a less breathy place where she held it out.
Wedding action. 그대 사랑참 이슬로 뿌리를 내리고 풀벌레 소리로 그대 이름 외우면 달과 별을 헤면서 사랑을 만들고 세상 속에 빛을 모아 정열의 꽃 피워줘.
It's a pretty round sound. It went to oh. It wasn't overwhelmingly bright, but it still had some upper ring to it. It wasn't falling back like oh, it was just oh, because you can have roundness in your vowel by just rounding your lips a little bit, dropping your jaw, but you don't have to have it be back and round. You can have a forward present sound that is still round, and she just did it. And then her voice, she comes in, she doesn't ask for that roundness that some of these other singers have had from the beginning. It starts just clean, forward, a little bit more spoken vowels. There are some accents that round their vowels quite a bit, but it's not very common for everyone to use this rounder, more dropped way of speaking. So she came in with more just how she would speak, just straight out and not modifying her vowels very much. The resulting sound just wasn't quite as deep, but it was carrying and it was easy and it sounded spoken. I like their harmony. On the E, she still dropped her jaw. That's one where you kind of need to modify. If you go really, really high and try to sing loud on an E vowel, it's just gonna be hard unless you drop your jaw a little bit and let your tongue drop with it. That little modification still allows you to hear the E vowel, but it doesn't sound as compressed. It allows it to have volume, it allows it to have some more depth to it, and it's just significantly easier to sing at this volume. If she dropped the volume to a very small volume, the E would be a little bit easier than the E. And she was the singer that was singing really breathy earlier, so it is entirely a choice, because when she went into this place, there wasn't a breathy sound at all to it. It was much more forward, it was much more connected. The reason I bring it up is I feel like sometimes people hear singers sing the way that she did at the beginning and they think that's the way. But no, what she was doing was an effect. You need to be able to sing in a good, balanced place before you can start adding in that kind of effect. Otherwise, you're not going to be building the kind of coordination that you need to sing loud also, and you'll be able to only do really breathy stuff. She didn't do that. Don't do that. Like, if you're learning singing at home, just try to find a more balanced place before you start playing with effects. And that balanced place usually comes from adding in as much of your spoken qualities as possible, because if you're speaking well, use as much of that stuff as you can when you go over to sing, because it's the same instrument. Their harmonies are my favorite part of their performances. They're always so clean and they're tight. It's not like they're covering a huge spectrum of sound and doing like really, really low and really high. They're pretty close harmonies, and I think it's so cool when you can pull it off like that, because it's kind of harder to tune if you are that close together. The tendencies of notes just get stronger, and so if you have any dissonance, it's just like it's more challenging to find these closed harmonies, I believe. But I think it's so cool that they go from doing this bigger dance routine in the middle right into almost choral harmony. It's a lot more forward than most choirs are, but the blend was super, super nice, so that it sounded like one voice rather than four individual people. And yes, you can pick them out, but the point is that when they sing, they're listening to each other and they are making their vowels sound the same so that it sounds together rather than like four people singing as a chorus. Because that's what happens a lot of times. And if you're in a chorus and everyone's not trying to blend with each other, that's what you get, is a bunch of different sounds that are standing out. That's not what they want. That's not what they should want. This is really, really cool. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends if you think that they'd learn anything from this. Go check out my website, vocalease.net, if you're interested in signing up for voice lessons over Skype or FaceTime. And leave a comment below of any songs that you'd like me to do in the future. Thank you.